Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. Welcome to the Gamer Dad channel. Today we have another case study for the Division 2, and I think this is geared a lot more towards the new players in the game. So today what I'm going to be showing you is a snippet of the Dark Hours raid. This is the first raid that was implemented in the game, and it's actually the raid that I have a lot of knowledge about. I've played this raid particularly a lot of times, and I wanted to give you guys kind of a snapshot of one of the bosses, how we were able to just beat that boss effectively with a team of players that are in our clan. Yes, there is coordination necessary, but what's more important is that everyone is doing their jobs as it's actually designated to them. So I understand that many new players may be saying, I've never played the raid before. I don't necessarily know. But in this particular raid, the reason I wanted to show it is because we actually had an agent in here that had never completed this particular raid. So if you find yourself in a team of agents where you haven't completed the raid, how are you going to approach it, and what is basically going to be your own paradigm? So the first thing that I have to say is you really have to pay very close attention to your raid leader. In our clan, the LCN clan, we mostly play on PlayStation. I'm going to leave a link in the description for you. They always recommend that everybody comes in with a red build. When I say a red build, I mean a build that has red, basically damage focused build. Now, you wonder, how are we going to survive? There are ways that we survive, but this is what the recommendation is. And I know many people might doubt, or you may have seen other strategies, and those strategies may work in those concepts, but you have to just follow the concept and the strategy that's recommended to you. Now, as we're going through this video, I also want to recommend another content creator named GC Rock. In fact, he is literally the raid guy. In this community, he has basically clan members, platform members, and a Discord server where you can actually go in and seek help to play raids on any platform that you're on. He has a character on all three platforms, and he has members on all platforms, and you can actually go in and you can be helped with the raid. But when you go in there, listen to what you're told, because his methodology and the methodology that our clan is using may be different, but he is someone who's proven himself as effective in getting people their eagle bearers and getting people their raid clears. So I wanted to show you something to kind of ease your mind, to show that the raid is actually not as difficult as you may think, especially if you have the guidance that's necessary. So this is the Boomer raid, and all you're going to see is the raid from my perspective. So our clan leader is that's basically leading this particular mission here. We had other people actually come in and lead some other boss fights, but BK S Redline, that's who's leading this particular run against Boomer. He basically set the rules and set everybody up where they need to be. Me, I got designated the station in front of the burger joint. All he asks me to do while we're here is to place my turret in front of this door. If you notice, look at him, is showing me that. He said, place your turret here. When the bad guys come out, they get distracted by the turret. If you have tamper proof as a talent, you can use that. It shocks them and mow them down. Now, if you notice, I'm only designated to just stay here and make sure all the ads are not coming out. Now, look at my build. I also have to show you this. My build is a simple 4-piece Negotiator's Dilemma, mask, backpack, holster, knee pads, and I'm using the tardigrade armor piece and a pair of contractor's gloves. I'm using the Scorpio, and I'm using this assault rifle that I got strained on. Pretty much. It's nothing crazy. This is even a low shade level character, 258 shade level, so I've been able to just spread out all of my stats as best as possible. So if you watch the raid from my perspective, you'll see that I'm just trying my best to do my job. Not only am I manning this station, I also have the station that's called Alpha, which is basically the computer. So there's a prompt where a computer is going to be showing a particular code on the outside, and they'll ask you, pretty much what letter it is. And if it's Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, or Delta, there should be somebody designated to go and hit that computer. So as we're running through the mission, the whole raid basically, the whole run kind of starts. You take out a few bad guys that come out of that door. And after you take out the bad guys that come out of the door, that's where the Alpha is. So he's telling me, he's like, hey, Gamey, you have Alpha right here. If you notice, BK is over here and he's walking and planting everybody exactly where they need to be. So I'm kind of walking you through our process so that you can use the same methodology and use with any place you find yourself with a bunch of players that are willing to help you, so that you're willing to pay attention and you're able to do it successfully. Now, keep in mind, like I said, there's one person on this team that has never played the raid before. Okay, so that person listened, they followed the instructions, and behold, I have not played in a long time a smooth run on Boomer like I had today. So they basically fire up the raid. Let me see where this is. I mean, it's so much preparation because he basically walks everybody through. And as the bad guys come out, I mean, immediately I'm already getting shelled. In fact, I was like, oh, dang. It's been a while since I played the raids. And I just basically did my job. One of the bad guys ran over there. I chased him down and made sure that he did not bother BK on the minigun. And then you see another guy trying to come out. I basically toss a grenade there just to kind of hold him off a little bit so that when he comes out, I can work him a little bit and pretty much just take him down. Now, there's somebody else that's helping me from that side as well, and they were also, being helpful, but they stayed in their position. So when Boomer comes out, whoever is going to be taking on the aggro for Boomer will do their job. If you're not allowed to shoot Boomer, don't shoot him. I mean, do exactly what you're told. If they say shoot Boomer, you shoot Boomer. If they say don't shoot Boomer with the Scorpio, don't shoot Boomer with the Scorpio. So they break his backpack. Even though I'm in my own position here, I find myself in a place where, and this is from a little bit of experience, okay? I know Boomer is probably going to go down around this particular perimeter or maybe down there, and I could just move a little bit out of my station and just basically mow the guy down and take down his health. So I basically focus fire on his head, and I start to just light him up, and I do my job, and when he comes back up, I keep my eyes back on my little station, and there's a way they kind of run it where they can take him down twice sometimes. Now I have some baddies, they've made their way out. They're working on that turret, and so now I can pretty much just work them down a little bit. The other guys on the other side are helping. Not a lot of work needing to be done. So that's one run on Boomer. Now here's something crazy. On the second, run, Boomer basically gets taken down in a place that's out of sight for me. But because I'm tasked with manning this station and also the Alpha station, I stay in my position. I stay in my lane so I don't move. If I had run to go try to take down Boomer, which is their job on this quadrant, I may have been late to go and catch my Alpha station. So you also have to recognize that where you're placed is also critical. And sometimes you may just have to sacrifice, the extra damage that you can deploy. If they can get him out in the open, say he was actually somewhere where I could shoot him from here, I would. But I realized that at any point, I would probably need to go man my station. And behold, Alpha Charlie show up on the computers. And so I jump over this little thing. I hit my Alpha button, which basically somebody called out. And then I return back to my station, which at some point, some of the NPCs are trying to escape to my way. I help put a little damage on them. And then I also find somebody has come out of my own, spawn point. And I pretty much do my work. I take them down. I know Boomer's probably going to come over to my side, or maybe not. Maybe they'll run him around, but that's not my job. He's already on this side. They're going to take his backpack down. BK is here. Redline is drawing damage, and he's got the aggro, so he's got a build designated for that. If you notice, he's able to tank a bunch of damage. And so once they take him down, all I do is just stay in my little corner, and I just pepper him up. I just land my headshots, and I look around just to make sure none of them go spawn. They're going to try to take him down a second time. I'm not shooting yet. Once he's down, I just put my 40 clips in him, and he's pretty much in a position where the clan can take him out. 5 minutes with a new player. We take down the rest of the ads, and it's actually quite clean. But it's only as a result of everybody paying attention and following their instructions and staying dedicated to what they've been told and what they've been said, what they've agreed to actually work on. This is how successful raids are played. It doesn't have to be, convoluted. It doesn't have to be complex. And if you make a mistake, yes, there are times you will make mistakes. People can help you and you can pretty much just recover. Now, this raid did not run 100% smooth. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it ran 100% smooth. No. We had a few places where we made some mistakes. We made one mistake over with the Razor. I think we made a major mistake or two major mistakes with Razorback, and then I got delta'd at Razorback. But because we had saved time here on Boomer, we had already saved time on Buddy and Lucy. Buddy and Lucy went so smooth. I'll be happy to show you guys that in a separate video. It was helpful to kind of just run the raid overall and get a decent time on it. So for those of you who may be worried, who may be considering doing the raids, who may not necessarily know how to go about taking on the different tasks, what I want to say is I wouldn't necessarily worry too much if you've never done it about the procedure. worry more about understanding what you've been told to do and sticking to it. Like if you don't get it, ask and ask and ask. If they say, we want you to deal with alpha, you say alpha. Okay. Did you say alpha? Okay. Did you said alpha, right? Make sure you're not going to go click, Charlie, and make sure alpha is active before you even click it, and make sure you hear the call. If somebody that's calling out the screen says, oh, it's Delta Bravo, say, what was it again? So that you don't go hit alpha if you're an alpha, and then you reset the process. So it's contingent on a little bit of coordination, not as demanding as Iron Horse. Iron Horse is actually way more demanding. And that's one that I'll probably take a little piece of it from time to time, maybe, and I'll show you guys. So I'll try my best to leave links. If I don't leave links, somebody help me in the comment section. I know YouTube may filter the links. I'll find it, and I'll make sure that I actually make it visible for LCN Clan and even for GC Rock's YouTube channel so that you can follow that process. If you're on a different platform than the one that we play on, hopefully they'll be able to help you out. So I hope this was beneficial for some of you. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you guys so much. Leave comments, and we'll talk in another video. Peace out.